Imagine stepping garage where history roars, purrs, and gleams. Clint Eastwood's personal automotive sanctuary. This isn't a museum. It's a collection of rare American muscle, exotic Italian masterpiece, and Hollywood legend. Each car carrying its own story and a touch of Eastwood's personality. Clint doesn't just collect cars, he drives, restores, and preserves them. Take his Shelby Cobra, sitting since 1965. He refused $4.5 million, bought for $7,500 during his early TV career, proving that passion outweighs fortune. In this documentary, we explore the 10 rarest cars in his collection, from prototypes even Ford executives didn't know existed, to classics coveted by McQueen and Carroll Shelby. Each car tells a tale of innovation, grit, and Hollywood magic. And every machine is meant to be driven, felt, and remembered. Buckle up. This is more than a car tour. It's a ride through automotive history, cinematic legend, and Clint Eastwood's enduring passion for legacy. Number 10. 1951 Hudson Hornet. Kicking off Clint Eastwood's collection is the 1951 Hudson Hornet, a car steeped in history and personal memory. Clint often says it reminds him of his father, adding a layer of nostalgia to its racing pedigree. This isn't just any Hornet, it's one of only 43 built with the rare twin H power package, featuring factory lightened body panels and a straight six, engine producing 170 horsepower. In 1951, it could outrun Oldsmobile V8s and dominate the sand tracks of Daytona Beach. Clint found it in a Georgia barn, abandoned since 1962. Its previous owner, a former moonshine runner, had bought it straight from Hudson's factory race program. During restoration, mason jars of white lightning were discovered in the rear panels, a literal testament to rebellious past. Every detail was painstakingly restored, including the original paint formula verified by a former Hudson assembly worker. The twin H power setup, dual carburetors, and upgraded cam made this Hornet built for dominance, not just show. Clint drives it, savoring the roar of its engine and the living history it represents. The 1951 Hudson Hornet is more than a car. It's emotion, legacy, and early NASCAR history in steel and chrome. A perfect example of what makes Eastwood's collection extraordinary. Number 9. 1964 Ferrari 250 GT Lusso. Next is the 1964 Ferrari 250 GT Lusso, a car that exudes Italian elegance, precision, and Hollywood allure. Clint Eastwood's Lusso is particularly special. Back in 1967, Steve McQueen reportedly tried to buy it, but Clint refused, valuing its personal significance over any offer. Beneath its sleek lines lies a 3.0-liter Colombo V12, producing 240 horsepower through 3 hand-tuned Weber carburetors. Every part is original and numbers matching, marking it as the final Lusso ever built. Even the leather still carries the scent of 1964, and the original toolkit remains wrapped in factory oil paint. Clint purchased it after filming A Fistful of Dollars, driving it straight from the Ferrari factory to Spain for a few dollars more. During restoration, 1964 Spanish Kettas were found under the seat, relics of its cinematic past. Driving the Lusso is like handling a work of art. Engine notes as a symphony, gear changes as crescendos. Every mile is deliberate, every moment behind the wheel a tribute to craftsmen. For Clint, this Ferrari represents more than money. It's history, passion, and the seamless blend of Hollywood and automotive mastery, making it a true crown jewel in his collection. Number 8. 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda. Convertible. If American muscle had a crown jewel, it would be the 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda convertible, and Clint Eastwood's example is legendary. One of only 14 convertibles built that year, and the only one in plum crazy purple with a 4-speed manual. It's instantly recognizable and extraordinarily rare. Beneath the shaker hood sits the 426 Hemi, officially rated at 425 horsepower, but dyno tested at 465. Engine number 0440 carries a special handling package, essentially a handcrafted high-performance beast. Clint found it in Montana, parked since 1973, with under 16,000 miles, original Goodyear polyglass tires, and the original window sticker intact. Restoration was meticulous, handled by veterans who had built Hemi Cudas in 1970, even tracking down the original paint mixer to perfect the plum-crazy hue. Driving it is an experience. Raw V8 torque, 4-speed precision, and the legendary Hemi howl make every mile unforgettable. For Clint, this Hemi Cuda is history, authenticity, and American muscle preserved. A roaring test of Detroit's golden era and a true living legend in his collection. Number 7, 1956 Jaguar XKSS. Next up is the 1956 Jaguar XKSS, one of only 16 ever built and a rare survivor of a devastating factory fire. Clint Eastwood's XKSS is even more special. It's the actual development car Jaguar used to certify the model for US roads, bridging racing technology with street-ready performance. Under its British racing green exterior lies a 3.4-liter straight six with 3 Weber carburetors, hand-built by Jaguar's racing department, producing 250 horsepower. Special high-compression pistons make it precise, agile, and ready to dominate curves at speed. Clint acquired it in 1972 from a retired racer, and restoration took 4 years. The team verified every detail, even consulting an original Jaguar welder in England. Hidden treasures like Riverside race timings confirmed its competitive history, while the paint mixed with ground malachite achieves a depth only decades of craftsmanship can deliver. Driving the XKSS is visceral. Sharp engine notes, precise steering, and racing DNA make every mile a connection to Jaguar's golden era. For Clint, it's not a museum piece. It's a living symbol of innovation, resilience, and automotive artistry. Number 6, 1963 Shelby Cobra 289. Factory competition. Few cars carry the aura of a 1963 Shelby Cobra 289 factory competition. And Clint Eastwood's example is legendary. One of only 6 ever built, it's the only Cobra fitted with the experimental aluminum head engine developed for Carroll Shelby's E40 program. Shelby personally did the car to Clint in 1965, impressed by his skills behind the standard 289 Cobra. Beneath the lightweight aluminum hood lies a 289 cubic inch Ford V8 producing 385 horsepower in a car weighing just 2,200 pounds. Light, agile, and built to dominate. Every detail is authentic. Shelby's cigarette burns remain on the seat. The logbook records every race and maintenance, and the original Goodyear racing tires are still present. Driving it is an unforgettable experience. Responsive, raw, and exhilarating. A perfect blend of American muscle and racing innovation. For Clint, this Cobra is more than a collector's item. It's a living legend, embodying daring, precision, and the pure joy of driving, perfectly reflecting Eastwood's automotive philosophy. Number 5, 1970 Ford Mustang. Ford 1970 Ford Mustang Boss 429 in Clint Eastwood's collection is raw American power at its finest. This isn't just any boss, it's a prototype used for Ford's promotional photography, one of the first 10 built, and the only one in the rare grabber blue that never went into production. Under the hood lies a 499 cubic inch V8, officially rated at 375 horsepower but closer to 465, hand-built by Ford's NASCAR mechanics. The engine bay was so tight that the battery was relocated to the trunk and shock towers were modified, proof of Detroit's audacious engineering. Clint acquired it in 1969 while filming Kelly's Hero. Restoration preserved every detail, from the original promotional tags to the exact grabber blue paint mixed by the same engineer who crafted it in 1969. Driving the Boss 429 is a masterclass in muscle car proof. Instant throttle response, a roaring exhaust, and a chassis built to thrill. For Clint, it's more than a collector's piece. It's history, power, and pure driving exhilaration, bridging Hollywood and American automotive legend. And for 1957 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Roadster. The 1957 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Roadster is the perfect blend of European elegance and Hollywood glamour. One of only 29 aluminum-bodied examples ever built, this Roadster is a near-mythical masterpiece. Originally ordered by Clark Gable, the car eventually found its way to Clint Eastwood in 1977, still carrying Gable's canceled deposit. a small relic linking it to old Hollywood. Beneath the sleek silver panels lies a 3.0-liter straight six with mechanical fuel injection, producing 240 horsepower. The all-aluminum body saves 176 pounds, giving the car nimble, responsive handling. Restoration was meticulous, involving German specialists and a paint mix containing real silver powder to match the original finish. Every detail, from engine components to suspension, was verified for authenticity. Clint drives this roadster, experiencing the precision of German engineering and the elegance of 1950s design. For him, it's more than a collector's item. It's a living time capsule, merging history, artistry, and performance into one iconic car. Number 3, 1967. Ford GT40 MK3 few cars have as much mystique as the 1967 Ford GT40 MK3, and Clint Eastwood's example is a prototype that even Ford executives didn't know existed until he unveiled it at Pebble Beach. This isn't just a GT40. It's one of only 7 MK3 street cars ever built, and the only one with experimental aluminum monocoque construction, a missing link between Ford's legendary Le Mans winning race cars and the street legal versions. Under the rear clamshell lies a 289 cubic inch V8, essentially a race engine licensed for the street. Producing 306 horsepower through hand-tuned Weber carburetors, this GT40 MK3 is astonishingly light at just 2,200 pounds, thanks to its aluminum construction, which saved 300 pounds over the standard steel body. Every ounce of this car was engineered for performance, agility, and speed, bridging the divide between racing pedigree and street-ready thrills. Clint acquired the car from a Ford engineer who had hidden it away when the program was canceled. The story goes that the car was supposed to be crushed, but this engineer couldn't bear to destroy it, keeping it tucked in a barn in Michigan for 30 years. Restoration brought the GT40 back to life, overseen by members of the original GT40 team, some of whom came out of retirement in their 80s just to ensure authenticity. Even Henry Ford II's personal inspections were found on the chassis plate, a remarkable artifact of automotive history. Every detail of this GT40 MK3 tells a story. The aluminum body panels, hand-fitted to exacting specifications, reflect engineering ingenuity decades ahead of its time. The Weber carburetors, tuned by Carroll Shelby's personal mechanic, give the car a responsive, exhilarating, while the lightweight frame ensures a ride and handling experience that few cars today can replicate. Driving the MK3 is a visceral reminder of what made the GT40 legendary: racing DNA, engineering audacity, and American ambition, all in one package. For Clint, this prototype isn't just about horsepower or rarity. It's a piece of history that bridges innovation, preservation, and the enduring thrill of the open road. In his hands, the GT40 MK3 doesn't just exist, it lives, reminding us that sometimes the rarest cars are those saved from the brink of oblivion, carried forward by someone who understands their true value. Number 2, 1971 Ferrari 365 GTB Ford Daytona. Competizione few Ferraris evoke pure exhilaration, like the 1971 Ferrari 365 GTB Ford Daytona Competizione, and Clint Eastwood's example is nothing short of a masterpiece. This car isn't just a Daytona, it's the actual factory prototype used to develop Ferrari's competition package, one of only 3 factory-built lightweight Daytonas, and the only one featuring aluminum body panels and plexiglass windows. Its heart lies a 4.4-liter V12 engine, hand-built by the same engineers who crafted Ferrari's Formula One power plant. Delivering a jaw-dropping 450 horsepower, this engine was far beyond what most muscle cars could muster at the time. Each cylinder boasts its own Weber carburetor, fine-tuned to perfection, and the sound of the engine at 7,500 RPM is often described as God's own orchestra, a symphony of Italian engineering brilliance. Clint discovered this Daytona in Italy, tucked away in a chicken coop since 1975. Remarkably, it still retained its original Firestone racing tires and factory-installed roll cage. During restoration, Ferrari historians and specialists meticulously verified every component. They even uncovered personal notes from Enzo Ferrari himself written in chalk on engine, ensuring the car's authenticity was beyond reproach. One of the original Ferrari test drivers, now in his 80s, confirmed this specific car was the fastest Daytona ever built. A true testament to Ferrari's ingenuity. The Daytona Competizione is more than just a high performance. It's a statement of craftsman's precision and racing heritage. Driving it is a visceral experience. The throttle response is instantaneous, the chassis is agile, and the V12 roars like a living entity. For Clint, it's not just about speed, it's about holding a piece of automotive history in your hands. Understanding the meticulous care, dedication, and innovation that went into creation. Every time this Daytona hits the road, it carries with it decades of Ferrari legacy, Italian artistry, and the rare thrill of owning a car that is both prototype and legend. In Clint Eastwood's collection, it stands as a shining example of how passion, precision, and history converge to create a vehicle that transcends mere transportation. It becomes art in motion. Number 1, 1968 Ford Mustang GT390 Bullet. And finally, at the pinnacle of Clint Eastwood's collection sits the holy grail of movie cars, the 1968 Ford Mustang GT390, famously known as the Bullet Mustang. This isn't just any Mustang, it's the car immortalized by Steve McQueen in the legendary San Francisco chase that redefined action cinema. For years, fans believed it lost to history until Eastwood tracked it down, uncovering it in a Kentucky barn where it had sat untouched since 1974. Under the Highland green hood lies the original 390 cubic inch V8, producing 325 horsepower. But this wasn't just a stock engine. It was blueprinted by Max Pawlowski, the same engineer who built McQueen's original race cars. During filming, the car was detuned slightly because it was too fast for the camera cars to keep up. A testament to the raw power and precision engineering that went into the build. Clint's acquisition of the Bullet Mustang is a story straight out of Hollywood. He actually helped McQueen modify the car for filming, and McQueen promised him first dibs if he ever sold it. After decades of searching, Clint finally recovered it. Restoration revealed incredible detail. Camera mounts still welded to the frame, McQueen's cigarette burns, and even the original shooting script with his handwritten notes about the chase scene stuffed under the backseat. Every dent, scratch, or mark from that iconic chase was preserved, honoring the car's cinematic history. Driving the Bullet Mustang is an experience steeped in history. The V8 growl, the feel of the steering, and the raw responsive connect. The driver to both the golden age of Hollywood and the golden age of muscle cars. For Eastwood, this car is not a static exhibit. It's a living memory, a tribute to his friend Steve McQueen, and a reminder of the thrill, artistry, and daring of movie making at its peak. The 1968 Mustang GT390 Bullet is more than just the crown jewel of Clint Eastwood's collection. It is a convergence of cinema and automotive legend, a car that represents not only speed and engineering brilliance, but also friendship, nostalgia, and the indelible mark of Hollywood history. In his hands, the Mustang lives again, roaring through foggy San Francisco mornings, just as it did on the big screen over 50 years ago. Clint Eastwood's car collection is more than a display of wealth. It's a living history of automotive innovation, racing heritage, and Hollywood legend. From American muscle like the Hemi Cuda and Boss 429 to European masterpiece like the Ferrari 250 GT Lusso and Mercedes-Benz 300 SL, each car tells a story of craftsmanship, speed, and legacy. These aren't museum pieces. They are meant to be driven, experienced, and celebrated. From the Bullet Mustang roaring through San Francisco to the Shelby Cobra reflecting Carroll Shelby's racing genius, every car carries history in its metal, engine, and soul. Beyond their millions in value, these vehicles represent passion, dedication, and the thrill of preserving automotive history. For Eastwood, cars are about legacy, stories, and the joy of driving. Proof that the most unforgettable cars are those that continue to live on the road, not just in memory.